it's time for another spooky video, and for tonight's spooky video I am going to be talking about ghostly photos that have been taken. Now, I don't know for sure whether or not these photos are real or if they're fake. With the technology that we have nowadays, it's very possible that some of these could be staged, but it's also very possible that some of them could be real. I'm not sure. I wasn't the one who took the photos. It's just something that's always caught my interest. Probably one of the only things that could ever really creep me out is like ghostly photos and videos of ghosts that were supposedly caught on camera. So I am going to be showing you guys some of those photos, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about the history of these photos. Now, these photos are very, very spooky, so be sure to dim your lights, get you a little snack, sit back and relax. So this first photo that I'm showing you guys was called The Shadow Man in the Attic. Now, this photo was taken in the attic of a restaurant, which used to be a home, and it also used to be a theater. Now, the staff and the people who have worked there claimed that paranormal stuff had been going on for 10 years. They've all experienced paranormal things in the restaurant, but they never caught proof of the paranormal experience until they took this photo. So in the photo you can see that there's a very tall shadow figure in the attic, and it's really spooky, and to me it looks like it could be legit. So this next photo that I'm going to be showing you guys is called The Night Walker. This guy's friend supposedly sent him this photo from an LG flip phone, and this guy claims that him nor his friend knows anything about Photoshop, and the photo was sent from his friend's cell phone directly to his, so he did not mess with it at all. And his friend claims that the figure appeared outside of the photo before, then it vanished, and then he took the photo and he caught it on camera, and it's pretty spooky. It kind of reminds me of like the Strangers, like the masks that they would wear, or like Slender Man or something, but you can see it for yourself and make your own assumption on it. And apparently no one else was around whenever this photo was taken, so that makes it pretty creepy. The Demon Creeper. This one by far creeped me out the most, I think. They're all pretty creepy, but this one was really creepy to me. Just because demons and like the devil and hell and stuff like that, it's just very scary. And I couldn't find very much on this photo. I do know that this photo was taken at a Salt Lake City park, and apparently it shows a demon crouching down under stone remains, and it's pretty creepy. It's got like this like red demon, and he's kind of like slouched down and his eyes are glowing, and this could be fake, but then again, this person could have actually caught a real demon on camera, and it's just terrifying. So these next two photos I kind of put together because they kind of have to do with the same thing. They were taken at the same haunted place. These were Stanley Hotel ghost photos. So I'm sure most of you guys know what the Stanley Hotel is famous for, and that is The Shining, which was written by Stephen King. And it's a very haunted location. Like, there have been tons of ghost hunters and everything. Like, the hotel is very popular, and it's definitely on my bucket list of somewhere I want to visit one day. Apparently this photo was taken of the building, and in one of the windows, if you zoom up close to it, you can see the figure of a little boy in the window. And he's kind of like peering out, and he kind of reminds me of the little boy that was in the Shining movie. I don't know why, but he kind of does, but it's really creepy. Little kid spirits for some reason just creep me out the most out of any spirits, just because they're small and you don't really know what their intentions are, like why they're there. Like, some of them could be like legit kid spirits that don't have any idea on how they died, and then some of them could be like demons portraying themselves as children to manipulate you and to try and get your attention and try to get you to put your trust into them so then they could do some scary shit. So that's the reason why they're kind of scary to me, because they're kind of mysterious. I mean, all spirits kind of are, but with little kid spirits, like, you never really know. And this photo was taken in the room of 1211, and a single businessman was in this room at the time that this photo was taken. So nobody was in the room with him, and that does not look like a grown man. That looks like a little kid. This next photo was taken by a man who was visiting the Stanley Hotel, and he was trying to get a panoramic shot of the lobby and the stairwell in the hotel. He claims that no one else was around whenever he took this photo. And in the photo, you can see a very tall figure at the very top of the stairwell. She's wearing a black Victorian looking dress. Her head's kind of translucent. It's very creepy. There's been a lot of people I heard that are kind of skeptical about the photo. Like, they think that maybe another person was there and the guy didn't remember, and he thought maybe there wasn't someone standing up there. But I believe that it could be very real, because to me, both of these photos from the Stanley Hotel look very legit. They don't look faked. The Library Demon. This photo was taken at Willard Library in Evansville, Indiana. It is known to be a very haunted library, apparently, and they stream live streams from 3 different cameras in 3 different rooms. They never really caught anything up to this point, I don't believe, but one of their viewers actually caught this creature crawling on the live stream camera on the floor in the children's area of the library. In the photo, it looks like a dark shadow figure, kind of like crawling or crouched down in the floor. And it's pretty creepy because it's on like a very grainy looking camera. The ultrasound ghost. And this was when this pregnant lady went to her doctor's appointment and got her first ultrasound done when she was pregnant with her daughter. Now, in the ultrasound, you can notice something creepy up at the corner of the photo, and it looks like a ghostly face. This pregnant lady immediately identified the face of her dead mother-in-law. She took the photo home, she let her husband see it, and he said the same thing. "Oh my God, that's my mom." This couple took this as a sign that this lady's mother-in-law and the man's mom was looking over their baby in the womb. And it's kind of sweet. It's not really as creepy once you read like the history to it, but they do have a photo of the actual lady, like before she passed away. And if you compare the 2 photos together, it looks like the same person. It looks like the same face that's in the ultrasound. I kind of take like dead relatives and loved ones and stuff like that as like a good thing. Like, it's not as creepy as it is comforting. But now their daughter is 3 years old, and the family still believes that this man's mom is still watching over her, and it's kind of like her guardian angel, which is really sweet. The little girl ghost. So this guy took this photo after his cat had been acting really strange. It was sitting by his door to his patio, and it was just sitting there hissing at nothing. I have cats of my own, and my cats have never hissed at the wall, but they do that really creepy thing, as I'm sure all like dogs and cats do sometimes, where they stare off into the distance and you're just trying to figure out what the heck it is that they're staring at. His cat was pretty much doing that, except it was hissing. So the guy decides to take a photo of his cat, And when he uploads it to his computer, he notices there is a little girl, the darkness in the door, sitting there looking in, and the cat is looking directly at this little girl. This guy and his girlfriend did not have any children. No one was outside at the time the photo was taken. And apparently their home is also very old, so that could lead to the reason why they caught a little girl, but either way, it's pretty creepy. And doesn't it make you wonder, like, what are your animals staring at when they're looking off into the distance? The boy in the ocean. So this photo was taken in August 2012 at West Point Lake, LaGrange, Georgia. Now it appears to have an additional person hanging on to this raft of this little boy and his sister. Now there was no one else there when this photo was taken, but apparently a man had actually drowned in that lake a year ago to the day that the photo was taken. So the photo looks like it could maybe be legit, but then again, you don't really know for sure because it kind of looks grainy. But like I said, I'm not the one who took the photos, so I can't tell you whether it's real or whether it's fake. Either way, it's pretty creepy. The Angelic Figure. This photo was posted by a law enforcement officer named Dingo after him and another officer were called in after trespassers had been on a private property. Now, when the officers got on the private property, they looked everywhere and they could not find the suspects. So this made the property owners really upset, so they decided to go out and get an infrared wildlife camera. So they plugged their camera in and they looked at their photos the next day and they came across this really strange image. And they didn't say for sure to the officers what they thought that it was. And the officers did not speak their opinion about it neither. But in the photo, it kind of looks like an angelic figure, almost like maybe an angel or a fairy or something of that nature. It's not really as creepy as it is cool to me. I really like the way that it looks. But they had no explanation to what it could have been in the photo. The burning house ghost. A firefighter by the name of Douglas Typold was called to a house fire in Gary, Indiana. So as this firefighter was waiting on his partners to unravel the hose so that they could try and put this fire out, he decided to take a few pictures with his cell phone to document the scene of what was happening. Later that night, him and his wife were looking through the photos, and his wife noticed a shadow person standing in the middle of the flames. It was engulfed in flames in the window of the burning house. And there was no possible way that anyone could have survived that anyone could have been standing there in the middle of this ginormous house fire. Apparently this photo is real and it's pretty creepy. The Virgin Mary. So this photo was taken by a family in Kirkland, Ohio. And at the time this photo was taken, their daughter, whose name was Erin, which is the little girl in the photo, was battling cancer. So in this photo you can see Erin is running through the yard playing with sparklers. And right beside her is this really tall red figure. And the family believes that this red figure is the Virgin Mary. The family said that whenever they are feeling low and they need to be lifted up in some way, that looking at this photo is very comforting for them. So now Erin Potter is cancer-free, and her family believes that they witnessed a miracle by this photo, which is amazing. So those were all of the ghostly photos that I had to share with you guys tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already and become a morbid maniac. And feel free to leave me a comment and share your thoughts and feelings on some of these photos. And have you ever caught a ghostly apparition in a photo or video before? Please let me know, and please share them if you can. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.